you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!"
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Smith Radio, along with your hosts, Brian Smith and Carrie Smith, giving you all the late-breaking news and the updates and the upbeats, anything from the last week. We'll wrap it up, make sense of it all. Everything you didn't hear on Friday that the media came out with in order to slip something by you so that you didn't see it. Saturday's news and some of Sunday morning's event. Today is December 13th, 2015. If you're listening on iHeartRadio, you can catch us at smithradio.com live on Sunday evenings at 5 p.m. till 8. That's Eastern Standard Time. You can check up on all our latest episodes, all the latest shows that we've done for the past 2 years, almost 2 years, on iHeart.smithradio.com, or just go to iHeartRadio and search Smith Radio, and you'll find us. Bookmark us and check us so that you'll never miss a minute of information, late breaking news, and things of that nature. Mr. Kerry Smith, we're a little bit late today, but he'll be with us. He'll be joining us shortly. We try to make it a point to start at 5 o'clock because all of our listeners that are out there are standing on the heels, on the edge of every word we say. So we do not ever want to disappoint. So today we're going to talk a lot about what was in the news, and that being Trump. Go figure. Just as the title of the show is, Donald Trump dominates, or Trump mania. Apparently, he's been dominating the media. The media is obsessed with him. Not only is the media obsessed with him, but the White House is obsessed with him. International obsession, local political obsession, just massive amounts of obsession with Donald J. Trump. Just insanity ensues. I'm going to hit a little bit of that. I'm going to talk about how Russia is still at war with ISIS. ISIS has declared war on America, which, if you've been listening to the show, you and everybody knows that ISIS wants nothing more than to destroy anybody and everybody that does not believe, convert, listen to, love Muhammad Aklo Akbar. If you don't recite the Muslim prayer, you just might lose your head. However, I know earlier this week I put out a meme that said, it was a picture, and Facebook actually put an explicit little banner over it. Facebook's been doing that lately. If you post a picture and it looks a little offensive, or maybe people have reported it as being offensive, Facebook will put a little banner over it. When you pull up the picture, it says, "Warning, the images behind this banner may be disturbing to some people." So once you click on that and you open it up, you quickly see a Muslim Islamist jihadist holding up the severed head of apparently a non-believer. And in this meme, it says, for the most part, when was the last time you ever saw anyone other than a Muslim cutting the head off of somebody? Honestly, I mean, call in. And by the way, the call-in number is 772-49-SMITH, SMYTH. You can call in from now until the end of the show, which probably stop taking calls around 7:30. We like to end the show promptly at 8. So if you have your opinion and you'd like to espouse it here on Smith Radio, go ahead and call in 772-49-SMITH, SMYTH, and let me know if you have ever seen anyone other than a Muslim, an Islamist. They call them extremist. However, I think the extremists are the ones who practice Islam in general. You call in and let me know if somebody other than that is severing heads off of human beings. Because if they are, we need to get the word out that somebody other than Muslims are removing heads off of human beings, especially those that are innocent or peaceful humans, if you will. I mean, even in war. I mean, with Russia being at war in Syria to remove all of Islam, or the ISIS, if you will, Islamic State in Syria, to remove all of them, Russia's not cutting anybody's heads off. No, not at all. And if you stay with us on Smith Radio, if you go to Facebook and like and join the group Smith Radio on Facebook, so it'd be facebook.com/Smith Radio, you would have caught the video that I posted this week of a droid, or android, a drone. A drone was flying over what looked like a compound of the ISIS compound, and there were a bunch of Muslims walking around, a bunch of ISIS militants walking around, and the drone caught a Russian bomb exploding, blowing up the entire compound, and you had Muslims running left and running right, not knowing where they were going to be at. But so if you stay with us on Facebook, that's where you can catch all that information. The Muslims are also teaching their little girls. There was a video that was posted this week. A Palestinian Muslim girl in a video, reportedly, she says, stab, 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 knocking on heaven's door with the head rolling on the floor. Can you believe that? Mr. Kerry Smith.
You're going to introduce me?
Good evening, everybody. Your host,
Kerry Smith.
Kerry, what's your name? J? Kerry J. Smith?
W.
Kerry W. Well,
Let's give the terrorists all the information they need to track me down.
Speaking of that, did you know that police officers... I went to the firing range this week.
Okay.
I took my wife with me. First time she's ever fired a gun in her entire life.
All right.
So I was reading the reviews on the new Point Blank, the firing range down the road here. And there was a guy who posted 1 star. It was very angry.
Yeah.
And he said, I went there and they wouldn't sell me ammunition because my address said the local police station address. And she wouldn't give it to me because my address was the local police station address. On his license.
Was it?
On his license. No, he said, it's because law enforcement does that to protect themselves. And that's something that I didn't know.
We got a mess over here.
We got a roll.
Called a spaghetti roll.
Spaghetti roll on the board.
Wow. Boy, if you guys could see the technical side of smithradio.com. So anyway... So what did I miss in the past 8 minutes of the show?
Just updating everybody on the fact that...
Should I apologize to the listeners for my tardiness?
No, they knew that you were being detained.
Yes, I had to escape from the bondage of ISIS.
Wow.
No,
wow.
Whatever.
No, we were just updating everybody on the Trump insanity this week. Talking about that, as well as talking about the Muslim. The Muslims' heads are exploding because Donald talks.
First of all, I don't know of any. Is there a single report of a single Muslim's head exploding over? It's not. It's the liberals who are enabling terrorism in America and around the world.
We're going to get into that today.
Yeah, I mean, they're outraged. And the Muslims are just like, what? Did somebody say something? We're busy over here planning the next time we're going to kill a large number of you guys at the same time.
And we're working on that diligently. In that report, obviously, a week ago that we talked about with the whole thing in San Bernardino.
Okay.
Well, apparently a DHS worker said that I could have stopped the attack, but I was being barred by my superiors.
You mean he tried to report it?
Right.
And
a whistleblower.
And his superiors were like, whoa, what? This could get you fired. Do you wear that?
Right.
That's for real.
That is a for real report. Absolutely for real.
Well, we have to make some decisions here in America.
Right.
We either live in a country where we just accept the fact that whenever they want to blow us up or shoot us in a mass shooting or do whatever it is that they want to do to kill a large number of us, that we just have to accept that it's going to happen. Or
you can't, because you can't stop.
We're going to have to fight back like we have a pair.
Right. Well, we have to get somebody in charge that has a pair.
Why do we have to have somebody in charge? This DHS worker, what was he?
DHS. Yeah, he needs to grow a pair as a whistleblower.
Did he need Donald Trump to be elected president for him to stop a terrorist attack?
Hey, good point. Never thought about that.
I mean, wow.
How do you not stand up?
Did he say, well, maybe my boss wouldn't have threatened me if Obama wasn't president? I don't get it. He's got to stand up, and his boss has got to support him.
Okay. Yeah.
So his boss has blood on his hands at minimum.
Right.
At minimum. Because we can't assume that this guy, we can't just put it all on him. Like, oh, you were threatened by your boss to get fired. Or your boss, your excuse is my boss wouldn't let me. Well, if he's telling the truth, then at least half of the blame's got to go on his boss.
Yes, you would think, obviously.
For saying, hey.
Who?
We don't talk about religion around here. This is a secular environment.
Oh, no, you didn't. Hey, there was also a story, something about this that I wanted to bring up and talk about. One of the left liberal talking heads made the comment, oh, the conservatives, they want religious freedom, but for who?
Let me digest that.
Right.
So you're saying that we're being hypocritical by calling for religious freedom.
At the same time, the big and only report that the news is even talking about is Trump calling for
now. First of all,
immigration.
Right. Now, what you just said, what Smith Radio via Brian Smith has just said, is factually accurate. What is being reported everywhere I read is that Donald Trump is calling for the ban of all Muslims.
Don Lemon on CNN was sitting down with Donald Trump's publicist, a spokesperson.
Okay.
Literally trying to beat her with a baseball bat on the wording. It's insane. I've got the sound clip when we get to it, but it's unbelievable how the liberal left, like you're saying,
is lying. They're just flat out lying. When they say, oh, did you hear Trump? He's calling for the ban. He wants to get a database.
Right.
He said, Donald Trump stated that he wants to build a massive database using taxpayer money and go door to door, kicking in every door, and at gunpoint demanding everybody declare whether they are Muslim or non-Muslim. And if they are to be immediately rounded up so that they can be, first of all, they're banned.
Right.
But in the meantime, we're going to put them in a database, not their information. We're going to physically upload them.
You're going to stick them in the hard drive.
Right. We are going to jam them headfirst into the port for the hard drive.
Right.
And then we're